Both of them very, very young. Auimatagi is the taller of the two. All of Siau's victories have come by way of knockout, so he can certainly punch. Auimatagi 5 KOs in his 7 victories.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is semi-final fight number 2 in the Force 4-man fight series. This is the boxing super middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing red trunks with white trim. He has 10 professional fights with 7 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, with 5 big wins coming by way of KO. Representing the Papatoetoe Boxing Club in Auckland, he's the current #1 New Zealand ranked middleweight, the UBF and Asia Pacific and NZPBA and NZNBF middleweight champion. Introducing Iron Mose Auimatagi! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner enters the ring wearing black trunks with silver trim. He has 9 professional fights with 3 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. 3 big wins coming by way of KO. Representing Closure Boxing in Auckland, he's the current #2 ranked New Zealand middleweight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ivana, the Quiet Assassin, Siau! Fighters to the center ring, please, for the Rebel John Conway's instructions.
All right, guys, first of all, you both must be able to protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my instructions, obey my instructions when I call break. Stop throwing punches, step away from each other before you start. Shake them up, best of luck.
Pretty clear, Monty, who has the height advantage. Third man in centre ring, John the Rebel Conway. This is a rematch, but Auimatagi has got better with every outing.
Oh, has he what? He has just grown from strength to strength, and he is one guy who's most experienced in this division. Obviously only second behind Jordan Ty.
Good here, time on!
Both these boys, young men too, just 21 years of age. Siau in the black shorts with the white trim. Auimatagi, red shorts. Siau with his back to us, been backed up into the corner already by Auimatagi. Not where he wants to be against the taller fighter, in my opinion. A lot of posturing here.
Hands up.
Jab to the body, just moving side to side. Siau trying not to get Auimatagi, who's the bigger puncher, allow him to get a beat on him.
Yeah, Auimatagi, bigger puncher and also bigger man in terms of height. And so you see Siau, what you do when you're a little, be smaller as you can. So we saw him getting nice and low once again, getting deep in his stance to try and avoid any shots.
And he's momentarily switching to southpaw as well, but just needs to throw out a little bit to dissuade Auimatagi from coming in. Just give him something to think about. Not allow him to stalk and get his rhythm and find his range. Auimatagi never fought in a tournament format before, so it'd be interesting to see how he approaches this. Nice head movement there, very composed. Pretty nonplussed in his approach so far, Monty.
That's right, and we spoke about him, Jordan Ty being a man that's used to 10 rounds. So is this guy, Auimatagi. He's been fighting for many titles, and it's 10 rounds, so you've got to take a bit of time to warm up. On this occasion, you've got to be careful because it's only 3 rounds. If you get knocked down on one by a lucky punch, could be enough to get that 2 points that could take you out of it.
Yeah, well, Siau too has been a slow start as well, so that's suiting Auimatagi, who's just the longer fighter. He's a little bit more accurate. And at the moment, Siau's really fighting to Auimatagi's rhythm. And I'm not sure that he can afford to do that. Good work there from Auimatagi. Looking to bump him off on the shoulder. Little rabbit punches around the back into the spleen area. Auimatagi, well, just stalking because that's all he needs to do at the moment. Siau just running an Olympic 400-meter match at the moment.
Auimatagi coming forward. He's the aggressor. Siau's doing some wonderful things in terms of movement, but he's got to step off that. Once he moves, when he draws him in, he's got to come straight back off that leg and give him something else. Because remember, this is about scoring points. There'll be no drawn rounds. You didn't get too many chances against the experienced campaigners like Auimatagi.
Auimatagi landed that uppercut, catching Siau coming in. And it was good punch selection. He's accurate with what he's doing, showing he's got good eyes. He adapted well. He uses that left hook particularly to catch Siau. And, well, that was a pretty messy round, but on the basis of Auimatagi's work, he was the aggressor. Siau was pretty much going around the periphery of the ring. You'd have to lock that one away for Mose Auimatagi.
Not a bad tactic by Siau. Getting avoided for most of the match. He finished strong. He may be able to steal a round or two in the judge's mind, but he has to give a little bit more than what we've seen.
Bruce Clays here in the corner of Ivana Siau. And there was the prize, the Force 4-man belts. New innovation by promoter Jason Suddy here at ASB Stadium.
As he comes forward now, he steps in from too far out. But then once again, for a tall man, he's still got that evasion. He can get underneath the punch as well. Just needs to meet when he comes up back from in that situation to try and come back with some interest. A triple hook there thrown by Siau.
Well, good eyes, good awareness that he was doubling up on the hook as well. And as you said, Monty, the ability to go under the shots of a smaller man, good indication of skill level. Let's see if Siau alters his modus operandi. He's got to be cautious he actually doesn't get caught on the half beat doubling the impact as he changes angles as well, Monty.
Yep, he's got to pop off one of those outside legs when he does move like that. That is fine, but he's not coming back with anything. Like you said, if he comes off that rope and into the punch doubled by a big man like that, it will be trouble.
At the moment, Auimatagi is just stalking. His control, too, of range is very good. Just extending the lead hand out, creating the perception of a barrier. And Siau's just reaching, really struggling. He may need to throw caution to the wind at some point, otherwise the fight's going to get away from him. And Auimatagi, well, he's probably run 800 metres so far in this round. Oh, just a little left hook on the break. Let's see if Auimatagi reacts to that. Remain pretty composed, fake the lead jab on the way in. Hard to look flash too when you've got a fighter who's spoiling a lot. And to me, Monty, Siau's just spoiling a little bit. Looking for the uppercut at Auimatagi.
Definitely, a moving target like that is one thing, but obviously you've got to win the bout, so you can move all you want, but if you're not coming back with anything in terms of scoring punches, you're actually losing. So for Auimatagi, it's about trying to get him down, put some body shots in, maybe slow him, but I think Siau is trying to be unorthodox, so he can maybe land a lucky one on the half break. Then he tried to be successful for left hook.
There we saw a couple of hooks, but they were taken on the gloves. You heard the thud resound through the stadium. The crowd made a reaction, but yep. Well, I guess Sonny Bill Williams is returning to Super 15 action this weekend, but he's got the wrong sport. He's just spoiling. He's not making much of it. Rebel Conway's starting to crack the whip a little bit. I'd like to see Auimatagi just start to crack that right hand.
But he's got to be careful. He can't be impatient. He can't get lured into this. Obviously get frustrated because he's used to the quality of fighters that will fight, because he may come back with something a little bit orthodox. He may catch you as you get frustrated and you try and look the better of the two, and we know he's the most experienced. So he's got to be smart, nice and composed. Once again, he gets it nice and low, keeps the chin safe.
He's got good awareness. He's got good peripheral vision. You saw a couple of potential cheap shots from Siau. Well, Siau was just clowning. And well, I guess a moment of entertainment for the crowd, but I remember Roy Jones Jr. against Vinny Pazienza, and he did exactly that and got sat on his butt. So Siau needs to be very, very cautious, Monty.
The last time I saw Siau on TV, it was against Byron Morgan, and it was a much different fight to the one we see now. He come forward, he was relentless, and Byron Morgan gave it to him the whole time. I remember thinking that this guy was so very strong and determined.
I think he's intimidated by Auimatagi. You know, He's looking for the Sunday punch. The left hook's obviously his best punch. And you see Auimatagi there. He's got his eyes on, he's barely composed. He's not even bothered by the little cheap shots there. And you saw this is where he just, he plays the full, but Auimatagi decided, well, we're not going to have any of that. This is the third and final round.
Siau's trying to get on the offbeat movements, but obviously with the sound defense of Mose Auimatagi, he's not going to get much joy or luck. You've got to break him down, and that's not going to happen over 3 rounds.
Well, this is the second semi-final of the Force 4-man middleweight series. This is the boxing part of the night. Iron Mose Auimatagi against Ivana Siau, who's, well, he's come to life a little bit in this round, but for the most part, he's been on his bike and auditioning for the Olympic sprints. There's a nice stinging jab to the body, but he needs to get a lot more busy.
Well, this is a test for Mose Auimatagi, not one that he's used to in terms of his boxing prowess. It's more the mental mindset and what he's got to do, and stay smart, keep a clear mind. As you see him dropping hands and trying to have a go, Mike.
Yeah, well, he landed that uppercut, or partially landed, but I'd like to actually see him fake the overhand right and come with the left uppercut, and then just hook the right hand afterwards. There's a nice left hook landed by Siau, because Auimatagi's aware of the right uppercut, but a little bit of duplicity from Auimatagi could help him catch. Oh, he's been evasive. It's a little bit quizzical. Just that's a sign of frustration, to be honest. Staying on him, and Siau just tying him up.
I think that's his game plan. First 2 rounds, survive, frustrate, maybe lure him in to have a go. But this guy is obviously good in his skill set and what he's doing, also nice and composed. He's not going to be lured in, and his defense is so sound as he charges forward. He bridges that gap nicely, smothers Siau, so he can't do a lot. And you see he drops the right hand over, tucks it under the elbow.
I'd just like to see him just do a little bit of Lennox Lewis, pull the head down and throw that uppercut there. There's some nice work from Auimatagi. The first time we start to see him string punches together. Nice little left hook on the inside. Now Siau's been stung into life. A little bit more action now. Only 30 seconds though. He hasn't shown any signs whatsoever of hurting Auimatagi with any shots. And he's finishing pretty much how he started the fight, on his bike. And I'm going to say a little bit disappointing, Monty.
Yep, that's right. Look, he's just trying to survive right now. It would have been good if he lured him in, tried to frustrate him, and then give it everything he's got in the 3rd and final round. It isn't the case at the moment now. Maybe he's been feeling a bit more pain than we can give Mose Auimatagi credit for.
Auimatagi, look at that. He's locked up the right arm, Tyson style, wailing away with his left hand. Well, it's a pretty clear victory. Unanimous, I'd say 30-27 to Auimatagi. I don't think he really broke the sweat, and it does set up, I would say, a tremendous rematch opportunity between 2 very big punchers in the 4-man Force final. Jordan Tai already through, and barring an absolute disaster, Mose Auimatagi will follow him. Well, Grant Arkell looks pretty nonplussed with things. Ivana Siau, well, I think he maybe had a good time in there. His training, Bruce and John Closier there. But that was more of a survival effort than it was a power punching effort. I think Siau too probably could do with dropping a couple of kilos and fighting slightly lighter. Well, we're just waiting for the tally of the scores. Don't forget the final of our MMA super heavyweight bout. An upset on both counts. Singi Pesalele and Henry Burns. And the decision has just come up. Lieutenant Dan Hennessy, do the honours.
Fighters to the center ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of super middleweight boxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision, where we find a unanimous decision winner. Going on to the finals, in the boxing 4-man, fighting out of the blue corner, Iron Mose Auimatagi!
Auimatagi, as expected, go through Stephen MacGyver. We'll talk to this 21-year-old full of talent.